Defense Minister Rajnath Singh speaking to America's counterpart, Pete Hegseth. Remember, he's the United States Secretary of Defense. Rajnath Singh and Hegseth have had a conversation talking about, especially after the Secretary of State, Mark Rubio, spoke to the External Affairs Minister, Rajnath Singh and Pete Hegseth, talking about especially Rubio urging India and Pakistan to de-escalate tensions, but also very clearly, categorically telling India that they stand with them in this fight against terrorism. Our Foreign Affairs Editor, Geeta Mohan, with the latest on that. Geeta, tell me more about this. Rajnath Singh speaking to Pete Hegseth, what precisely would be the part of the conversation, in the backdrop, all about?
Well, hectic parleys between the United States of America and India and Pakistan is very clear that the Americans want de-escalation between India and Pakistan. India making it very clear that there is a price to pay for the kind of attacks that have been carried out, sponsored and abetted by Pakistan. The first conversation, Pooja, happened last night between Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, and his counterpart, External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar, and now a conversation between Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. Message clearly the same, that India has suffered a major terror attack, and the perpetrators, including those supporting these perpetrators, will have to pay in full measure.
All right, Geeta Mohan with the latest on what exactly is happening. Geeta, stay on with me. As Rajnath Singh speaking to US counterpart, can we say, Geeta, that this is in many ways also reflective of how the USA is responding? Of course, USA wants both nations to de-escalate tensions, but it's been very unusual and, would I say, unprecedented. Donald Trump speaking to PM Modi, their senators, officials have been consistently speaking on fight against terror, Kash Patel and more. So what do you make of how the USA has responded toward India since the Pehalgam terror attack?
Well, it is very clear that at a time when America is in a tariff war with China, it does not bode well for them to have a war with India not on their side. India's entire focus diverted to the border issue, and that certainly will not help America. So, acting in its own interest, the United States of America right now looking at ensuring that there is de-escalation, so there can be focus on how to find alternatives to China in this big war where America is suffering a major defeat when it comes to price rise and inflation.
All right, Geeta, stay on with me if possible, because Shivani Sharma also joins me. Shivani, a lot is happening with regard to how, and I must add here, India showing restraint compared to what Pakistan had done, and despite the massacre Pakistan sponsored. How is USA responding to India, to India's efforts? What does the United States of America want right now?
Pooja, see, after 22nd of April, there have been multiple efforts from the United States, right from the president to the other appointments. Yes. And today, when Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has held talks with his US counterpart, it shows that United States has been condemning these attacks. It has been rendering support to India. It stands tall with India at this time. And it is concerned, and it is also trying to de-escalate the tensions between India and Pakistan. Remember, yesterday, in fact, we had reported that how the Secretary of State, when he has he held talks with Dr. S. Jaishankar, and he also held talks in Pakistan. He had specifically said that, number one, Pakistan must cooperate in the investigation. Pakistan must condemn these attacks. That means United States has acknowledged that there is an involvement of Pakistan in these attacks, and it wants Pakistan to cooperate in the investigation, the fair investigation, and it is by the side of India, as it has been holding talks with the ministers, the statements that have been coming in, the posts that have been coming in on the official sites and X also. And now when Defense Minister Rajnath Singh is speaking to his counterpart, the United States Defense Secretary.
Okay.
So this is very important to understand that the United States is with India, though it wants de-escalation, and it doesn't want India and Pakistan
Shivani,
to
stay on with
go
me.
aggressive.
What you're telling us is important about how the USA is consistently reaching out to India at this juncture. Remember, I say that this is a turning point of how possibly the US also realizes where Pakistan stands.